Question 1. Which of the following best describes the principle of utmost good faith in insurance contracts? A. The insured must disclose all material facts, and the insurer must handle claims in a fair and prompt manner. B. The insurer must provide coverage for all risks regardless of disclosure by the insured. C. The insured has no obligation to disclose any information unless specifically asked by the insurer. D. The insurer must pay claims without any investigation into the insured's circumstances. Question 2. Sarah has a personal auto policy, PAP, in New Hampshire. She was involved in an accident where she was at fault, and the other party is demanding compensation for their medical expenses. Which part of Sarah's PAP would cover the other party's medical expenses? A. Part B. Medical payments coverage. B. Part C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. C. Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto. D. Part liability coverage. Question 3. Mr. Johnson owns a home in New Hampshire and has a standard HA3 homeowner's insurance policy. During a severe storm, a tree fell on his detached garage, causing significant damage. Under which part of his homeowner's insurance policy would the damage to the detached garage be covered? A. Coverage. Dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Question 4. Under New Hampshire insurance regulations, which of the following is a requirement for an insurance contract to be valid? A. The insurer must have a license to operate in New Hampshire. B. The contract must be signed in the presence of a notary public. C. The policyholder must be a resident of New Hampshire. D. The contract must be filed with the New Hampshire Insurance Department. Question 5. Which of the following statements is true about the coverage? C. Personal property under a standard HA3 homeowner's insurance policy in New Hampshire. A. It covers personal property only when it is located within the home. B. It provides coverage for personal property worldwide. C. It excludes coverage for personal property damaged by fire. D. It covers personal property at replacement cost without depreciation. Question 6. In the context of New Hampshire personal auto policy, PAP, which part of the policy covers the insured's medical expenses regardless of fault? A. Part liability coverage. B. Part B. Medical payments coverage. C. Part C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. D. Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto. Question 7. Under a New Hampshire personal umbrella policy, what is the purpose of self-insured retention, sir? A. It is the amount the insurer pays before the policy benefits begin. B. It is a deductible that the insured must pay before the umbrella policy covers a loss. C. It is the limit up to which the umbrella policy will pay for a claim. D. It is the premium paid by the insured for the umbrella coverage. Question 8. Which of the following coverages is included in a standard DPIT-3 dwelling policy in New Hampshire? A. Coverage for damage to detached structures. B. Coverage for the dwelling on an actual cash value basis. C. Coverage for the insured's liability. D. Coverage for medical payments to others. Question 9. Which part of the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, provides coverage for the increased cost of compliance? A. Building property. B. Personal property. C. Increased cost of compliance. D. Additional living expense. Question 10. What is the primary purpose of having a personal articles floater under an inland marine policy in New Hampshire? A. To cover all household items at replacement cost. B. To provide liability coverage for personal injury. C. To insure valuable personal property individually listed and appraised. D. To cover damage to the dwelling and other structures. Question 11. Which of the following is true about earthquake insurance in New Hampshire? A. It is typically included in standard homeowners policies. B. It must be purchased as an endorsement or separate policy. C. It provides unlimited coverage for all earthquake-related damages. D. It is mandatory for all homeowners in New Hampshire. Question 12. In New Hampshire, which type of watercraft policy provides coverage for liability, medical payments, and physical damage? A. Personal umbrella policy. B. Inland marine policy. C. Personal auto policy. D. Watercraft insurance policy. Question 13. Which of the following is not a type of individual health insurance plan available in New Hampshire? A. Health Maintenance Organization, HMO. B. Preferred Provider Organization, EPO. C. High Deductible Health Pay, CHB. D. Personal Articles Floater. Question 14. Which entity is responsible for licensing insurance agents and brokers in New Hampshire? A. National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC. B. New Hampshire Insurance Department. C. Federal Insurance Office, FIO. D. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Question 15. In New Hampshire, what is considered an unfair trade practice in the insurance industry? A. Offering competitive premiums. B. Refusing to issue a policy to high-risk applicant. C. Misrepresenting policy benefits or terms. D. Charging different premiums based on age. Question 16. Under a standard HO3 homeowners insurance policy, which of the following perils is typically excluded? A. Fire. B. Theft. C. Flood. D. Lightning. Question 17. In New Hampshire, what is the purpose of an endorsement in an insurance policy? A. To decrease the premium cost. B. To cancel the policy before the expiration date. C. To modify the terms or coverage of the policy. D. To transfer the policy to another insurer. Question 18. Which type of inland marine insurance provides coverage for personal belongings during travel? A. Personal articles floater. B. Personal effects coverage. C. Personal property floater. D. Valuable personal property coverage. Question 19. Under New Hampshire insurance regulations, what is the primary function of the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC? A. To provide federal oversight of insurance companies. B. To establish standardized regulations across states. C. To sell insurance policies directly to consumers. D. To adjudicate disputes between insurers and policyholders. Question 20. What is the main purpose of liability coverage in a personal auto policy, PAP, in New Hampshire? A. To cover the insured's medical expenses. B. To cover damage to the insured's vehicle. C. To cover bodily injury and property damage to others for which the insured is legally responsible. D. To cover the insured's travel expenses after an accident. Question 21. Which type of homeowner's policy provides the broadest coverage for owner-occupied homes in New Hampshire? A. HO1. B. HO2. C. HO3. D. HOA. Question 22. In New Hampshire, what is the role of the state insurance department? A. To set national insurance standards. B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry within the state. C. To sell insurance policies directly to consumers. D. To manage federal insurance programs. Question 23. Which of the following is a key feature of an HO5 homeowner's insurance policy? A. It covers the dwelling and personal property on a named perils basis. B. It covers personal property on an open perils basis. C. It excludes coverage for theft and vandalism. D. It provides limited coverage for personal property. Question 24. In New Hampshire, what does the principle of indemnity in insurance ensure? A. The insured will make a profit from a covered loss. B. The insured is restored to the same financial position as before the loss. C. The insurer will pay the insured an amount exceeding the loss. D. The insured can transfer the policy to another party without the insurer's consent. Question 25. Which of the following is true about uninsured underinsured motorist coverage in New Hampshire? A. It covers damage to the insured's vehicle in all accidents. B. It provides coverage when the insured is involved in an accident with a driver who has no insurance or insufficient insurance. C. It is mandatory for all New Hampshire drivers to carry this coverage. D. It only applies to out-of-state accidents. Question 26. What is the primary benefit of a personal umbrella policy? A. It lowers the premiums of underlying policies. B. It provides additional liability coverage beyond the limits of underlying policies. C. It covers physical damage to the insured's property. D. It replaces the need for homeowners and auto insurance. Question 27. What type of insurance policy would best protect a homeowner in New Hampshire from flood damage? A. HA3 homeowners insurance policy. B. Personal auto policy. C. National Flood Insurance Program NFIP policy. D. Personal liability insurance. Question 28. Which coverage under a personal auto policy PAP in New Hampshire would pay for repairs to the insured's vehicle if it is damaged by a hailstorm? A. Part liability coverage. B. Part B. Medical payments coverage. C. Part C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. D. Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto. Question 29. What is the role of the adjuster in the claims process under New Hampshire insurance regulations? A. To represent the policyholder in disputes. B. To investigate and evaluate insurance claims. C. To set insurance premium rates. D. To sell insurance policies. Question 30. In New Hampshire, what is the primary purpose of insurance underwriting? A. To determine the financial stability of the insurer. B. To sell insurance policies to consumers. C. To assess the risk and determine appropriate premiums for coverage. D. To handle claims and settle disputes. Correct answer. A. The insured must disclose all material facts, and the insurer must handle claims in a fair and prompt manner. Explanation. The principle of utmost good faith requires both parties to an insurance contract, the insured and the insurer, to act honestly and not mislead or withhold critical information from one another. The insured must disclose all material facts that could affect the underwriting decision, and the insurer must handle claims in a fair and prompt manner. This principle is essential for risk assessment and determining appropriate premiums. This is supported by the New Hampshire Insurance Department regulations, which emphasize full disclosure and ethical practices in insurance contracts. Correct answer. D. Part. Liability coverage. Explanation. Part. Liability coverage of the personal auto policy PAP provides coverage for bodily injury and property damage that the insured is legally responsible for due to an auto accident. This coverage will pay for the medical expenses and damages of the other party if the insured is at fault. In Sarah's case, Part would cover the other party's medical expenses as she is liable for the accident. This is mandated by New Hampshire state law, which requires drivers to carry liability insurance to ensure compensation for victims in the event of an accident. Correct answer. B. Coverage B. Other structures. Explanation. Coverage B. Other structures under the HA3 homeowners insurance policy provides protection for structures on the property that are not attached to the main dwelling, such as detached garages, fences, and sheds. The damage to Mr. Johnson's detached garage caused by the storm would be covered under Coverage B. This coverage typically amounts to 10% of the coverage, a limit. According to New Hampshire insurance regulations, homeowners' policies must offer clear terms regarding coverage for detached structures to ensure comprehensive protection for homeowners. Correct answer. A. The insurer must have a license to operate in New Hampshire. Explanation. For an insurance contract to be valid in New Hampshire, the insurer must be licensed to operate within the state. This ensures that the insurer meets the state's regulatory requirements and can legally offer insurance products to residents. Licensing also provides a layer of consumer protection, ensuring that the insurer is financially stable and adheres to state laws. Correct answer. B. It provides coverage for personal property worldwide. Explanation. Coverage C. Personal property under a standard HA3 homeowners insurance policy provides protection for personal property owned or used by the insured anywhere in the world. This means that personal property is covered even when it is temporarily away from the home, such as during travel. Correct answer. B. It provides coverage for personal property worldwide. Explanation. Coverage C. Personal property under a standard HA3 homeowners insurance policy provides protection for personal property owned or used by the insured anywhere in the world. This means that personal property is covered even when it is temporarily away from the home, such as during travel. Correct answer. B. Part B. Medical payments coverage. Explanation. Part B. Medical payments coverage of the personal auto policy PAP covers medical expenses for the insured and passengers in the insured vehicle regardless of who is at fault in the accident. This coverage provides for necessary and reasonable medical and funeral expenses incurred within a specified time period following the accident. Correct answer. B. It is a deductible that the insured must pay before the umbrella policy covers a loss. Explanation. Self-insured retention, sir, in a personal umbrella policy acts as a deductible that the insured must pay out of pocket before the umbrella policy begins to cover a loss. The SIR applies to claims that are not covered by the underlying insurance policies, providing an extra layer of protection above the primary coverage. Correct answer. A. Coverage for damage to detached structures. Explanation. A standard DPIT-3 dwelling policy includes coverage B. Other structures, which provides protection for detached structures on the property, such as garages and sheds. This coverage is typically a percentage of the coverage dwelling limit and protects these structures against covered perils. Correct answer. C. Increased cost of compliance. Explanation. The increased cost of compliance, like coverage under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, provides funds to help the insured comply with state or community floodplain management laws or ordinances after a flood. This may include expenses to elevate, floodproof, or relocate a building so that it meets current floodplain management requirements. Correct answer. C. To insure valuable personal property individually listed and appraised. Explanation. A personal articles floater under an inland marine policy is designed to provide coverage for valuable personal property such as jewelry, furs, cameras, and fine arts that are individually listed and appraised. This coverage ensures that these high-value items are adequately insured against a wide range of risks, often beyond the limits of standard homeowners policies. Correct answer. B. It must be purchased as an endorsement or separate policy. Explanation. Earthquake insurance is not included in standard homeowners policies and must be purchased as an endorsement or a separate policy. This coverage protects against damages specifically caused by earthquakes, which are otherwise excluded from most standard homeowners insurance policies. It typically includes specific deductibles and coverage limits. Correct answer. D. Watercraft insurance policy. Explanation. A watercraft insurance policy provides comprehensive coverage for liability, medical payments, and physical damage to the watercraft. This specialized policy is designed to protect boat owners from the unique risks associated with owning and operating a watercraft, including accidents, injuries, and property damage. Correct answer. D. Personal articles floater. Explanation. A personal articles floater is not a type of health insurance plan. It is an inland marine insurance endorsement used to cover valuable personal property. Health maintenance organizations, ATEMO, preferred provider organizations, PPO, and high-deductible health plan (HB) are all types of individual health insurance plans available in New Hampshire. Correct answer. B. New Hampshire Insurance Department. Explanation. The New Hampshire Insurance Department is responsible for licensing insurance agents and brokers within the state. This department ensures that individuals and entities involved in the insurance industry meet the necessary qualifications and adhere to state laws and regulations. Correct answer. C. Misrepresenting policy benefits or terms. Explanation. Misrepresenting policy benefits or terms is considered an unfair trade practice in the insurance industry. This includes providing false or misleading information about a policy's coverage, terms, or benefits, which can deceive or harm consumers. The New Hampshire Insurance Department enforces regulations to protect consumers from such unethical practices. Correct answer. C. Flood. Explanation. Flood is typically excluded under a standard HA3 homeowners insurance policy. To obtain coverage for flood damage, homeowners must purchase a separate flood insurance policy, often through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. Standard policies cover perils like fire, theft, and lightning but explicitly exclude flood damage. Correct answer. C. To modify the terms or coverage of the policy. Explanation. An endorsement in an insurance policy is a written document that modifies the terms or coverage of the policy. Endorsements can be used to add, delete, or change coverage, ensuring that the policy meets the specific needs of the insured. This allows for flexibility and customization of standard insurance contracts. Correct answer. B. Personal effects coverage. Explanation. Personal effects coverage under inland marine insurance provides protection for personal belongings while the insured is traveling. This coverage is particularly useful for items such as luggage, clothing, and other personal property that may be taken on trips, ensuring they are protected against loss or damage during travel. Correct answer. B. To establish standardized regulations across states. Explanation. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, serves to establish standardized regulations across states, ensuring consistency and uniformity in insurance practices. The NAIC creates model laws and guidelines that states can adopt, facilitating a more cohesive regulatory framework within the insurance industry. Correct answer. C. To cover bodily injury and property damage to others for which the insured is legally responsible. Explanation. Liability coverage in a personal auto policy, PAP, provides protection for bodily injury and property damage to others for which the insured is legally responsible. This coverage helps pay for the costs associated with injuries or damages caused to other people or their property in an accident where the insured is at fault. Correct answer. C. HO3. Explanation. The HO3 policy, also known as a special form policy, provides the broadest coverage for owner-occupied homes. It covers the dwelling and other structures on an open perils basis, meaning it covers all perils except those specifically excluded. Personal property is typically covered on a named perils basis. Correct answer. B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry within the state. Explanation. The state insurance department's role is to regulate and oversee the insurance industry within the state. This includes licensing insurance companies and agents, reviewing and approving policy forms, monitoring the financial solvency of insurers, and protecting consumers by enforcing state insurance laws and regulations. Correct answer. B. It covers personal property on an open perils basis. Explanation. The HO5 homeowners insurance policy is also known as the comprehensive form policy. It provides the broadest coverage, insuring both the dwelling and personal property on an open perils basis. This means that it covers all risks of direct physical loss except those specifically excluded. Correct answer. B. The insured is restored to the same financial position as before the loss. Explanation. The principle of indemnity in insurance ensures that the insured is restored to the same financial position as before the loss. It prevents the insured from making a profit from an insurance claim and ensures that compensation is only provided for the actual financial loss suffered. Correct answer. B. It provides coverage when the insured is involved in an accident with a driver who has no insurance or insufficient insurance. Explanation. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage provides protection when the insured is involved in an accident with a driver who either has no insurance or does not have sufficient insurance to cover the damages. This coverage helps to ensure that the insured is not left with unpaid expenses due to the other driver's lack of adequate coverage. Correct answer. B. It provides additional liability coverage beyond the limits of underlying policies. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage beyond the limits of the insured's underlying policies, such as homeowners and auto insurance. It offers an extra layer of protection against large claims and lawsuits, ensuring that the insured is covered for significant liability exposures. Correct answer. C. National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP policy. Explanation. A National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP policy is specifically designed to provide coverage for flood damage. Standard homeowners insurance policies like the HO3 do not cover flood damage, making it necessary to purchase a separate flood insurance policy through the NFIP to protect against flood-related losses. Correct answer. D. Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto. Explanation. Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto under a personal auto policy, PAP, provides protection for physical damage to the insured's vehicle, including damage caused by non-collision incidents such as hailstorms. This coverage typically includes both collision and comprehensive coverage. Correct answer. B. To investigate and evaluate insurance claims. Explanation. The role of the adjuster in the claims process is to investigate and evaluate insurance claims. Adjusters assess the extent of the insurer's liability, determine the amount of loss or damage covered by the policy, and facilitate the claims settlement process. They play a critical role in ensuring that claims are handled fairly and efficiently. Correct answer. C. To assess the risk and determine appropriate premiums for coverage. Explanation. The primary purpose of insurance underwriting is to assess the risk associated with insuring an individual or entity and to determine appropriate premiums for coverage. Underwriters evaluate the likelihood of a claim being made based on various factors and decide the terms and pricing of the insurance policy to adequately cover potential losses while maintaining profitability for the insurer. Question 31. In New Hampshire, which part of the personal auto policy, PAP, provides coverage for damage to the insured's vehicle caused by a collision with another vehicle or object? A. Part liability coverage. B. Part B, medical payments coverage. C. Part C, uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. D. Part D, coverage for damage to your auto. Question 32. Which of the following is a common exclusion in a standard homeowner's insurance policy in New Hampshire? A. Fire damage. B. Theft. C. Earthquake damage. D. Vandalism. Question 33. In New Hampshire, what is the primary purpose of medical payments coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. To pay for medical expenses of the insured's family members. B. To pay for medical expenses of guests injured on the insured's property. C. To pay for the insured's medical expenses after a natural disaster. D. To pay for property damage caused by natural disasters. Question 34. Which of the following is typically covered under a New Hampshire H04 renter's insurance policy? A. The building structure. B. Personal property of the tenant. C. The landlord's personal property. D. Structural improvements made by the tenant. Question 35. Under New Hampshire insurance regulations, which of the following best describes an insurable interest? A. A financial stake in the value of the insured item. B. A contractual obligation to purchase insurance. C. A legal requirement to insure property. D. A personal preference for owning insurance. Question 36. In New Hampshire, what is the main purpose of uninsured motorist coverage in a personal auto policy? PAP. A. To cover damage to the insured's vehicle in a collision. B. To cover medical expenses for the insured after an accident. C. To provide protection when the insured is involved in an accident with a driver who has no insurance. D. To cover liability for bodily injury and property damage to others. Question 37. Which of the following is true about flood insurance provided by the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, in New Hampshire? A. It is automatically included in standard homeowners insurance policies. B. It must be purchased separately from homeowners insurance. C. It provides unlimited coverage for flood-related damages. D. It is optional for homes located in flood-prone areas. Question 38. What is the main difference between HA2 and HA3 homeowners insurance policies in New Hampshire? A. HA2 covers the dwelling on a named perils basis, while HA3 covers it on an open perils basis. B. HA2 covers personal property, while HO3 does not. C. HA2 includes liability coverage, while HO3 does not. D. HA2 is more expensive than HA3. Question 39. In New Hampshire, what is the purpose of the FAIR plan? A. To provide insurance for high-value homes. B. To offer insurance coverage for individuals unable to obtain it in the voluntary market. C. To regulate insurance rates within the state. D. To offer discounts on insurance premiums for safe driving. Question 40. Under a New Hampshire personal umbrella policy, which of the following is typically covered? A. Damage to the insured's personal property. B. Additional liability coverage above the limits of the underlying policies. C. Medical expenses for the insured. D. Collision damage to the insured's vehicle. Question 41. What is the primary function of the declarations page in an insurance policy? A. To list the coverage exclusions. B. To outline the claims process. C. To provide a summary of the policy's key details. D. To detail the policy's endorsements. Question 42. Which of the following best describes the principle of utmost good faith in insurance? A. Both parties to the insurance contract must disclose all relevant information truthfully. B. The insurer must always offer the lowest premium. C. The policyholder can make changes to the policy at any time. D. The insurer must pay all claims regardless of circumstances. Question 43. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage under a personal auto policy, PAP, in New Hampshire? A. Damage caused by a collision with another vehicle. B. Theft of the insured vehicle. C. Normal wear and tear of the insured vehicle. D. Damage caused by a natural disaster. Question 44. In New Hampshire, what is the primary benefit of medical payments coverage under a homeowner's insurance policy? A. It covers the cost of property repairs after covered loss. B. It provides additional liability coverage for the insured. C. It covers medical expenses for guests injured on the insured's property. D. It reimburses the insured for personal property losses. Question 45. Which of the following is a key feature of the New Hampshire FAIR plan? A. It provides coverage for high-risk properties. B. It offers the lowest premiums available. C. It requires a long waiting period for coverage to begin. D. It is only available to commercial properties. Question 46. Under a New Hampshire HO6 policy, what is typically covered? A. Only the building structure. B. The interior structure and personal property of a condominium unit owner. C. The entire condominium building. D. Only personal liability. Question 47. What does the term endorsement refer to in an insurance policy? A. A reduction in premium. B. A change or addition to the policy. C. The cancellation of the policy. D. The payment of a claim. Question 48. In New Hampshire, what is the primary purpose of liability coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. To cover the cost of rebuilding the home after a fire. B. To protect the insured against legal claims for bodily injury or property damage. C. To pay for the insured's medical expenses. D. To cover the cost of personal property replacement. Question 49. Which of the following is typically covered under a New Hampshire personal articles floater? A. The structure of the insured's home. B. General liability. C. High-value personal items like jewelry and fine art. D. Standard household appliances. Question 50. In New Hampshire, what does the replacement cost coverage option in a homeowner's insurance policy mean? A. The policy pays the actual cash value of the damaged property. B. The policy pays the cost to replace damaged property with new items of similar kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. C. The policy pays the market value of the property at the time of loss. D. The policy only pays for a portion of the loss. Question 51. What is the main purpose of underwriting in the insurance process? A. To pay out claims. B. To assess risk and determine policy premiums. C. To advertise insurance products. D. To provide legal advice to policyholders. Question 52. In New Hampshire, what does the term actual cash value mean in an insurance policy? A. The cost to replace the damaged property with new property. B. The original purchase price of the property. C. The replacement cost minus depreciation. D. The market value of the property. Question 53. Under New Hampshire law, what is the minimum liability coverage required for bodily injury per person in a personal auto policy? PAP. A. $10,000. B. $25,000. C. $50,000. D. $100,000. Question 54. Which of the following best describes the purpose of subrogation in insurance? A. To allow the insurer to deny claims. B. To enable the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party responsible for a loss. C. To reduce the insured's premium. D. To provide additional coverage to the insured. Question 55. In New Hampshire, which homeowner's policy form provides coverage for both the dwelling and personal property on an open perils basis? The HO2, BHO3, CHO4, DHO5. Question 56. Which of the following is typically covered under a dwelling policy? DP3 in New Hampshire, liability for bodily injury to others. B. Medical expenses for guests. C. Damage to the dwelling from covered perils. D. Flood damage to the dwelling. Question 57. What is the primary function of an insurance adjuster in New Hampshire? A. To sell insurance policies. B. To determine the insurance premium rates. C. To investigate and settle insurance claims. D. To provide legal advice to policyholders. Question 58. In New Hampshire, what does the term exclusion refer to in an insurance policy? A. A benefit provided by the policy. B. A condition that must be met for coverage to apply. C. A specific risk or peril that is not covered by the policy. D. An optional coverage that can be added to the policy. Question 59. Which of the following is an example of a moral hazard in insurance? A. A building located in a flood zone. B. An insured intentionally damaging their own property to collect insurance money. C. A vehicle being stolen from a high crime area. D. A home being destroyed by a natural disaster. Question 60. In New Hampshire, what does comprehensive coverage, e.g. personal auto policy, PAP, typically include? A. Only damage caused by collisions. B. Damage from events other than collisions, such as theft, fire, and natural disasters. C. Liability for bodily injury and property damage. D. Medical payments for the insured. Correct answer. D. Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto. Explanation. Part D. Coverage for damage to your auto provides coverage for physical damage to the insured's vehicle, including damage caused by a collision with another vehicle or object. This coverage typically includes both collision and comprehensive coverage to protect against various types of physical damage. Correct answer. C. Earthquake damage. Explanation. Earthquake damage is commonly excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners must purchase a separate earthquake insurance policy or an endorsement to cover damages caused by earthquakes, as standard policies typically do not provide this protection. Correct answer. B. To pay for medical expenses of guests injured on the insured's property. Explanation. Medical payments coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy is designed to cover medical expenses for guests who are injured on the insured's property, regardless of fault. This coverage helps to ensure that medical bills are paid promptly, reducing the potential for legal disputes and maintaining good relationships with visitors. Correct answer. B. Personal property of the tenant. Explanation. A Hampshire renter's insurance policy provides coverage for the personal property of the tenant. This policy protects the tenant's belongings against covered perils such as fire, theft, and vandalism, and also provides liability coverage for the tenant. Correct answer. A financial stake in the value of the insured item. Explanation. Insurable interest refers to having a financial stake in the value of the insured item. This means that the insured would suffer a financial loss if the item were damaged or destroyed. Insurable interest is a fundamental principle of insurance, ensuring that the policyholder has a legitimate interest in the preservation of the insured property. Correct answer. C. To provide protection when the insured is involved in an accident with a driver who has no insurance. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage provides protection when the insured is involved in an accident with a driver who has no insurance. This coverage helps to ensure that the insured is not left with unpaid medical expenses and other costs resulting from an accident caused by an uninsured driver. Correct answer. B. It must be purchased separately from homeowners insurance. Explanation. Flood insurance provided by the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP) must be purchased separately from standard homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners insurance does not cover flood damage, so a separate NFIP policy is necessary to protect against flood-related losses. Correct answer. A HO2 covers the dwelling on a named perils basis, while HO3 covers it on an open perils basis. Explanation. HO2 homeowners insurance policies cover the dwelling on a named perils basis, meaning they only cover specific perils listed in the policy. HO3 policies, on the other hand, cover the dwelling on an open perils basis, meaning they cover all risks except those specifically excluded. This makes HO3 policies generally more comprehensive. Correct answer. B. To offer insurance coverage for individuals unable to obtain it in the voluntary market. Explanation. The FAIR, Fair access to insurance requirements. Plan provides insurance coverage for individuals who are unable to obtain it in the voluntary market, typically due to high risk. This program ensures that all property owners have access to essential insurance protection, even if they are considered high risk by private insurers. Correct answer. B. Additional liability coverage above the limits of the underlying policies. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage above the limits of the insured's underlying policies, such as homeowners and auto insurance. This coverage offers extra protection against large claims and lawsuits, ensuring that the insured is covered for significant liability exposures. Correct answer. C. To provide a summary of the policy's key details. Explanation. The declarations page provides a summary of the policy's key details, including the policyholder's name, the insured property or vehicles, coverage limits, premium amounts, and the policy period. It serves as an overview of the most important information about the insurance policy. Correct answer. A. Both parties to the insurance contract must disclose all relevant information truthfully. Explanation. The principle of utmost good faith requires both parties to the insurance contract to disclose all relevant information truthfully. This ensures that the insurer has accurate information to assess the risk and that the policyholder understands the coverage being provided. Correct answer. C. Normal wear and tear of the insured vehicle. Explanation. Normal wear and tear of the insured vehicle is typically excluded from coverage under a personal auto policy, PAP. Insurance policies are designed to cover unexpected and accidental damage, not the gradual deterioration that occurs with regular use of the vehicle. Correct answer. C. It covers medical expenses for guests injured on the insured's property. Explanation. Medical payments coverage under a homeowner's insurance policy covers medical expenses for guests who are injured on the insured's property, regardless of fault. This coverage helps to pay for necessary medical treatment and can prevent potential legal disputes. Correct answer. A. It provides coverage for high-risk properties. Explanation. The New Hampshire FAIR plan provides coverage for high-risk properties that cannot obtain insurance in the voluntary market. It ensures that property owners have access to necessary insurance protection, even if they are considered high-risk by private insurers. Correct answer. B. The interior structure and personal property of a condominium unit owner. Explanation. A HOSEX policy, also known as a condominium unit owner's policy, typically covers the interior structure and personal property of the unit owner. This includes protection for the interior walls, fixtures, and personal belongings, as well as liability coverage for the unit owner. Correct answer. B. A change or addition to the policy. Explanation. An endorsement refers to a change or addition to an insurance policy. It can modify the terms, coverage, or conditions of the policy, providing flexibility to address specific needs or circumstances of the policyholder. Correct answer. B. To protect the insured against legal claims for bodily injury or property damage. Explanation. Liability coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy protects the insured against legal claims for bodily injury or property damage that occur on their property. It covers the cost to legal defense and any settlements or judgments up to the policy limits. Correct answer. C. High-value personal items like jewelry and fine art. Explanation. A personal articles floater provides additional coverage for high-value personal items such as jewelry, fine art, and collectibles. This coverage is often added to a homeowner's policy to ensure that these valuable items are adequately protected beyond the limits of standard personal property coverage. Correct answer. B. The policy pays the cost to replace damaged property with new items of similar kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. Explanation. Replacement cost coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy means that the policy pays the cost to replace damaged property with new items of similar kind and quality without deducting for depreciation. This coverage ensures that the policyholder can fully restore or replace their property without bearing additional costs due to depreciation. Correct answer. B. To assess risk and determine policy premiums. Explanation. The main purpose of underwriting in the insurance process is to assess the risk associated with insuring an individual or entity and to determine appropriate policy premiums. Underwriters evaluate the likelihood of a claim being made and decide the terms and pricing of the insurance policy accordingly. Correct answer. C. the replacement cost minus depreciation. Explanation. The actual cash value in an insurance policy refers to the replacement cost of the damaged property minus depreciation. This valuation method considers the decrease in value over time due to wear and tear, ensuring that the policyholder is compensated based on the current value of the property at the time of loss. Correct answer. B. $25,000. Explanation. New Hampshire law requires a minimum liability coverage of $25,000 for bodily injury per person in a personal auto policy, PAP. This minimum ensures that there is adequate coverage to pay for injuries sustained by others in an accident for which the insured is at fault. Correct answer. B. To enable the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party responsible for a loss. Explanation. Subrogation allows the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party responsible for a loss after the insurer has paid the insured's claim. This process helps the insurer recover the costs associated with the claim and ensures that the party at fault ultimately bears the financial responsibility. Correct answer. D. H05 explanation. The H05 homeowner's policy form provides coverage for both the dwelling and personal property on an open perils basis. This means it covers all risks of direct physical loss except those specifically excluded, offering the broadest level of coverage available for homeowners. Correct answer. C. Damage to the dwelling from covered perils. Explanation. A dwelling policy, DP3, typically covers damage to the dwelling from covered perils. The DP3 form is an open perils policy, meaning it provides coverage for all risks of direct physical loss to the dwelling unless specifically excluded, offering comprehensive protection for the structure. Correct answer. C. To investigate and settle insurance claims. Explanation. The primary function of an insurance adjuster is to investigate and settle insurance claims. Adjusters assess the extent of the insurer's liability, determine the amount of loss or damage covered by the policy, and facilitate the claim settlement process, ensuring fair and accurate claim handling. Correct answer. C. A specific risk or peril that is not covered by the policy. Explanation. An exclusion in an insurance policy refers to a specific risk or peril that is not covered by the policy. Exclusions are listed in the policy documents and outline the situations or types of damage for which the insurer will not provide coverage, helping to define the limits of the policy's protection. Correct answer. B. An insured intentionally damaging their own property to collect insurance money. Explanation. A moral hazard in insurance refers to the increased likelihood of a loss occurring because the insured has an incentive to act in a risky or fraudulent manner. An example is an insured intentionally damaging their own property to collect insurance money, as this behavior is influenced by the presence of insurance coverage. Correct answer. B. Damage from events other than collisions, such as theft, fire, and natural disasters. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage in a personal auto policy, PAP, typically includes damage from events other than collisions, such as theft, fire, vandalism, and natural disasters. This coverage helps protect the insured's vehicle against a wide range of non-collision related risks. Question 61. Which of the following describes the principle of indemnity in insurance? A. Ensuring the insured profits from a loss. B. Preventing the insured from recovering more than the actual loss. C. Guaranteeing payment regardless of the loss amount. D. Providing coverage for every possible risk. Question 62. In New Hampshire, what is the primary benefit of an umbrella policy? A. It provides coverage only for personal property. B. It offers additional liability coverage beyond standard policies. C. It covers losses that are specifically excluded by other policies. D. It reduces the premiums of all other policies. Question 63. What does insurable interest mean in the context of New Hampshire insurance policies? A. The interest rate applied to policy loans. B. The amount the insurer will pay for a loss. C. The financial stake an insured has in the insured property. D. The insurer's interest in selling a policy. Question 64. Which part of a New Hampshire personal auto policy, PAP, provides coverage for medical expenses regardless of fault? A. Liability coverage, Part of B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. C. Uninsured motorist coverage, Part C. D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Question 65. Under New Hampshire law, What is required for an insurance contract to be legally binding? A. The insured's signature. B. An insurable interest. C. A premium payment. D. A notarized agreement. Question 66. In New Hampshire, which of the following perils is typically excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies? A. Fire. B. Theft. C. Flood. D. Vandalism. Question 67. What does the grace period in an insurance policy refer to? A. The period when coverage starts. B. The time allowed to pay a premium after the due date without losing coverage. C. The duration of the policy term. D. The waiting period before a claim can be filed. Question 68. In New Hampshire, what is the actual cash value in the context of homeowners insurance? A. The cost to replace the damaged property with new property. B. The original purchase price of the property. C. The replacement cost minus depreciation. D. The market value of the property. Question 69. Which of the following is a common exclusion in a New Hampshire personal umbrella policy? A. Liability arising from auto accidents. B. Liability for business activities. C. Personal injury liability. D. Liability for damage to rented property. Question 70. In New Hampshire, what type of watercraft policy provides coverage for physical damage to the boat? A. Liability coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Uninsured boaters coverage. D. Physical damage coverage. Question 71. What is the primary function of the deductible in an insurance policy? A. To increase the policy's premium. B. To lower the overall cost of the insurance policy. C. To specify the amount the insured must pay out of pocket before coverage begins. D. To limit the insurer's liability. Question 72. Under New Hampshire insurance regulations, what must be included in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. Flood coverage. B. Earthquake coverage. C. A declaration page outlining coverage limits. D. Coverage for all perils. Question 73. Which type of insurance policy is designed to cover high-value items such as jewelry and fine art? A. Homeowner's policy, HO3. B. Personal auto policy, BAP. C. Personal articles, floater. D. Dwelling policy, DPIT3. Question 74. What is the primary role of the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, in New Hampshire? A. To provide low-cost homeowners insurance. B. To offer flood insurance to property owners. C. To regulate insurance agents. D. To provide auto insurance for high-risk drivers. Question 75. In New Hampshire, what is the purpose of an insurance rider? A. To exclude certain risks from coverage. B. To increase the premium of the policy. C. To add specific coverage or modify the terms of the policy. D. To cancel the policy. Question 76. Which of the following is a typical feature of a New Hampshire personal umbrella policy? A. It covers only property damage. B. It provides excess liability coverage above primary insurance policies. C. It replaces the need for auto insurance. D. It only covers specific named perils. Question 77. In New Hampshire, what does replacement cost coverage mean in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. The policy pays the actual cash value of the damaged property. B. The policy pays the cost to replace damaged property with new items of similar kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. C. The policy pays the market value of the property at the time of loss. D. The policy pays a fixed amount agreed upon at the time of policy issuance. Question 78. Which of the following is typically covered under other structures? Coverage B in a New Hampshire homeowner's insurance policy. A. The main dwelling. B. Personal property within the main dwelling. C. Detached structures like a garage or shed. D. Loss of use expenses. Question 79. What is the main purpose of the New Hampshire Insurance Department? A. To sell insurance policies. B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry within the state. C. To provide financial planning advice. D. To offer insurance coverage for government employees. Question 80. In New Hampshire, which of the following would typically be covered under personal property coverage C in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. The structure of the home. B. Detached garages. C. Personal belongings like furniture and electronics. D. Additional living expenses. Question 81. What is a function of liability coverage? Coverage E. In a New Hampshire homeowner's insurance policy, A. To cover the cost of repairing the insured's home. B. To cover the insured's personal property. C. To protect the insured against legal liability for bodily injury or property damage to others. D. To cover medical payments for the insured. Question 82. Which of the following types of insurance typically requires a self-insured retention, sir, in New Hampshire? A. Homeowner's insurance. B. Personal auto policy, PAT. C. Personal umbrella policy. D. Flood insurance. Question 83. Which of the following is generally considered a moral hazard in the context of New Hampshire insurance? A. A natural disaster causing property damage. B. An insured person exaggerating the extent of damage in a claim. C. An increase in premiums due to higher risk. D. The installation of a security system in a home. Question 84. In New Hampshire, what is the purpose of a fair rental value coverage? Coverage D. In a dwelling policy. A. To cover the cost of repairing the dwelling. B. To reimburse the insured for a lost rental income if the rented part of the property is uninhabitable due to a covered loss. C. To cover the personal property of tenants. D. To provide liability coverage for the landlord. Question 85. What is the main purpose of an exclusion in an insurance policy? A. To increase the coverage limits. B. To specify risks that are not covered by the policy. C. To provide additional benefits. D. To reduce the premium. Question 86. In New Hampshire, what is typically required to be listed on the declarations page of an insurance policy? A. The insurer's profit margin. B. The names of all insured persons. C. The exclusions of the policy. D. The policy's terms and conditions. Question 87. Which of the following best describes subrogation in New Hampshire insurance policies? A. The process of determining the cause of loss. B. The insurer's right to pursue a third party for reimbursement after paying a claim. C. The policyholder's responsibility to prevent further loss. D. The method of calculating the premium. Question 88. In New Hampshire, what is the primary purpose of uninsured motorist coverage in a personal auto policy? PAT. A. To pay for damage to the insured's vehicle caused by natural disasters. B. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers regardless of fault. C. To provide liability coverage for the insured. D. To pay for bodily injury or property damage caused by an uninsured driver. Question 89. What is the role of an insurance adjuster in New Hampshire? A. To sell insurance policies. B. To determine the premium of the policy. C. To investigate and settle insurance claims. D. To provide legal advice to policyholders. Question 90. In New Hampshire, what is the significance of an insuring agreement in an insurance policy? A. It lists the exclusions of the policy. B. It outlines the legal process for filing a claim. C. It specifies the coverage provided and the insurer's responsibilities. D. It details the premium payment schedule. Correct answer. B. Preventing the insured from recovering more than the actual loss. Explanation. The principle of indemnity in insurance ensures that the insured does not profit from a loss but is restored to approximately the same financial position they were in before the loss. This principle prevents overinsurance and fraud. Correct answer. B. It offers additional liability coverage beyond standard policies. Explanation. An umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage above the limits of the insured's homeowner's, auto, and other personal insurance policies. It offers extra protection against large claims or lawsuits. Correct answer. C. The financial stake an insured has in the insured property. Explanation. Insurable interest refers to the financial stake or interest that an insured has in the insured property. It is necessary for an insurance contract to be valid, ensuring that the insured would suffer a financial loss if the property is damaged or destroyed. Correct answer. B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. Explanation. Medical payments coverage, Part B, of a personal auto policy, PAP, provides coverage for medical expenses incurred by the insured and passengers, regardless of who is at fault in an accident. This coverage helps pay for necessary medical treatment after an accident. Correct answer. B. An insurable interest. Explanation. For an insurance contract to be legally binding, there must be an insurable interest. This means the insured must have a financial stake in the subject of the insurance, ensuring that they would suffer a financial loss if the insured event occurs. Correct answer. C. Flood. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies typically exclude coverage for flood damage. Homeowners need to purchase separate flood insurance, often through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, to protect against flood-related losses. Correct answer. B. The time allowed to pay a premium after the due date without losing coverage. Explanation. The grace period is the time allowed for the policyholder to pay a premium after the due date without the policy lapsing. During this period, the insurance coverage remains in force even though the premium has not yet been paid. Correct answer. C. The replacement cost minus depreciation. Explanation. Actual cash value is the replacement cost of the damaged property minus depreciation. This valuation method takes into account the decrease in value over time due to factors such as age and wear and tear. Correct answer. B. Liability for business activities. Explanation. Personal umbrella policies typically exclude liability arising from business activities. These policies are designed to provide additional liability coverage for personal risks, not for commercial or business-related exposures. Correct answer. D. Physical damage coverage. Explanation. Physical damage coverage in a watercraft policy provides coverage for physical damage to the boat itself. This includes damage from events such as collisions, theft, fire, and other perils specified in the policy. Correct answer. C. To specify the amount the insured must pay out of pocket before coverage begins. Explanation. A deductible is the amount the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurer will pay for a covered loss. It helps reduce the overall cost of insurance by sharing some of the financial risk between the insurer and the insured. Correct answer. C. A declaration page outlining coverage limits. Explanation. A homeowner's insurance policy must include a declaration page that outlines the coverage limits, policyholder information, and details of the coverage provided. This page serves as a summary of the key components of the insurance policy. Correct answer. C. Personal articles floater. Explanation. A personal articles floater is designed to cover high-value items such as jewelry, fine art, and collectibles. It provides broader coverage than a standard homeowner's policy and ensures these valuable items are adequately protected. Correct answer. B. To offer flood insurance to property owners. Explanation. The National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, offers flood insurance to property owners, renters, and businesses in communities that participate in the program. It aims to reduce the financial impact of flooding by providing affordable flood insurance coverage. Correct answer. C. To add specific coverage or modify the terms of the policy. Explanation. An insurance rider is used to add specific coverage or modify the terms of an insurance policy. Riders provide flexibility to tailor the policy to the insured's unique needs, such as adding coverage for high-value items or specific risks. Correct answer. B. It provides excess liability coverage above primary insurance policies. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides excess liability coverage above the limits of the insured's primary insurance policies, such as homeowners and auto insurance. It offers additional protection against large claims or lawsuits that exceed the coverage limits of the underlying policies. Correct answer. B. The policy pays the cost to replace damaged property with new items of similar kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. Explanation. Replacement cost coverage means that the insurance policy will pay to replace damaged property with new items of similar kind and quality without deducting for depreciation. This type of coverage helps ensure the insured can fully restore their property after a covered loss. Correct answer. C. Detached structures like a garage or shed. Explanation. Coverage B in a homeowner's insurance policy provides coverage for other structures on the property that are separate from the main dwelling. This includes detached structures like garages, sheds, and fences. Correct answer. B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry within the state. Explanation. The New Hampshire Insurance Department is responsible for regulating and overseeing the insurance industry within the state. Its role includes ensuring that insurance companies operate fairly, comply with state laws, and protect consumer interests. Correct answer. C. Personal belongings like furniture and electronics. Explanation. Coverage C in a homeowner's insurance policy provides coverage for personal property, which includes personal belongings like furniture, electronics, clothing, and other items owned by the insured. This coverage helps replace or repair these items if they are damaged or stolen. Correct answer. C. To protect the insured against legal liability for bodily injury or property damage to others. Explanation. Liability coverage, coverage E, in a homeowner's insurance policy protects the insured against legal liability for bodily injury or property damage to others. This coverage helps pay for legal defense costs and any damage is awarded in a lawsuit. Correct answer. C. Personal umbrella policy. Explanation. A self-insured retention, sir, is a feature typically required in a personal umbrella policy. It is similar to a deductible and represents the amount the insured must pay out of pocket before the umbrella policy provides coverage. Correct answer. B. An insured person exaggerating the extent of damage in a claim. Explanation. A moral hazard refers to the increased likelihood of risky behavior or fraudulent activity due to the presence of insurance. An example is an insured person exaggerating the extent of damage in a claim to receive a higher payout. Correct answer. B. To reimburse the insured for a lost rental income if the rented part of the property is uninhabitable due to a covered loss. Explanation. Fair rental value coverage, coverage D, in a dwelling policy reimburses the insured for a lost rental income if the rented part of the property is uninhabitable due to a covered loss. This coverage helps mitigate the financial impact of losing rental income during repairs. Correct answer. B. To specify risks that are not covered by the policy. Explanation. Exclusions in an insurance policy specify the risks or perils that are not covered by the policy. These exclusions help define the scope of coverage and clarify what the insurance company will not pay for in the event of a loss. Correct answer. B. The names of all insured persons. Explanation. The declarations page of an insurance policy typically lists the names of all insured persons, the coverage limits, premium amounts, and the policy period. Provides a summary of the key details of the insurance contract. Correct answer. B. The insurer's right to pursue a third party for reimbursement after paying a claim. Explanation. Subrogation is the insurer's right to pursue a third party that may be responsible for a loss after the insurer has paid a claim. This allows the insurer to recover the amount paid to the policyholder from the responsible party. Correct answer. D. To pay for bodily injury or property damage caused by an uninsured driver. Explanation. An insured motorist coverage in a personal auto policy pays for bodily injury or property damage caused by an uninsured driver. This coverage helps protect the insured in situations where the at-fault driver lacks sufficient insurance. Correct answer. C. To investigate and settle insurance claims. Explanation. An insurance adjuster investigates and settles insurance claims. Their role includes assessing the extent of the damage, determining the cause of the loss, and recommending the appropriate payout based on the policy terms. Correct answer. C. It specifies the coverage provided and the insurer's responsibilities. Explanation. The insuring agreement in an insurance policy specifies the coverage provided and the insurer's responsibilities. It is a critical section of the policy that outlines what is covered, the conditions under which coverage applies, and the insurer's obligations to the policyholder.